This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard
line. Ready, set. Fight, white. Set, hut. Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Come on, set, set.
Play action this time with Love. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Slide through. Set, ready, set.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The Packers had a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. 23 yards the pickup there.
at the 23-yard line.
Smash, red. Ready.
Hands it off out of the gun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4.
Steel, black. Here we go, here we go. Red, psych, 60 red. Black ultra. Set, cut.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
45, ready.
Throwing, Love. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Weather like this, always treacherous for kickers. A good sign early, though, as he's able to put that one through.
And you remember him right before the kick, stomping around his area to make sure that things were going to hold for his plant foot, and it did.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Looking to put a drive together. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
This defense for the Packers, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Right side to Williams. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. To throw now, here's Love. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Aiden Hutchinson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Love. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
You talk about this Lions defense.
This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll or chip away their timing.
And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Yellow, 4th series, yellow.
They're going to try and throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Claws red.
Here we go. At the 44-yard line.
Yellow, ready.
Working out of the gun. Love.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Blaster, 6. Let's go now. Set.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Slice blue. Set hut. Set.
Love looking to throw it. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Down, yellow, line, black, 95. Drill, green. Seal, black. Smash, red. Hut.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old...
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jordan Love scoring on a sneak from a yard out. And the Packers are once again back in front. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Here we go, here we go.
I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. 2nd and 3. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that run. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
First down. A gain of 13 yards.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Wide open receiver complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Yellow. Let's go now.
Here's Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Taking it about the 36. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in the groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Well, just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down and 7. On play action, they'll throw. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Ready, set.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Ready.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Love now. And he slings one that's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Big blaster, stay. Ready.
Now Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Spike, White, 45, White. Ready.
To the air again, Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Yellow, 60 red, cut.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Love. He finds his receiver, Watson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Smash, red. Red, cycle. Set.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. A complete once again to Watson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
11 more yards.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Pushes him aside at the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Set, cut.
Right back to him on first down. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts,
A gain of 5.
as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's go. Black, blue, 32. Cut.
2nd down and goal. Love. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Brings up 2nd down and 5 yards to go.
2nd and 5.
Get it.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Gibbs straight ahead. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The second half starts with a run by Gibbs. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. On now is the Packers punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Just shy of midfield.
The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Ready? Cougar 19.
They'll set up a throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Hand off now to Gibbs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Let's go now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
A 39-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
27-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Robert Spillane, the linebacker, there on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 37 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Come on. Set.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 134 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Ready.
Gibbs is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Let's
Back to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Touchdown! Jamison Williams from 4 yards out. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
17.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Their own 32-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Ready, claws red. Blue 32, ready.
Throwing, Love. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard
Black
line.
Ultra. Let's go.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 41. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brings up third down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Tag! Cowboy 80, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Back to throw again. They'll find Williams on the slant. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28.
That's another Packers first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 12 more yards there and another first down.
That's good for a Packers first down.
Here we go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Chap 60, Chap 60, Mustang 19. 19 Lion. Check out.
They'll look to throw again. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Aiden Hutchinson picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Touchdown, Packers! Williams from 10 yards out. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operate. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Hackett. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Warren.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this game not quite over yet. We'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Here we go, here we go. Press all 80. Ready, ready.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over 1 minute to go in the game. This is brought in at the 21. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. They'll come up first and 10 here.
Let's go. Nike 18.
Back to throw. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for him there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. This is 1st and 10.
At the 27-yard line.
He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
He'll look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was a big shot for the end zone. You've still got a little bit of time here. You have to expect we'll see another. And remember, no timeouts left. So if you throw it short of the end zone and you're tackled, that's going to be the ball game.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That is caught. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans are holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. Conditions only going to get worse as we get back to football here to start this overtime. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have fought hard to reach this point. They've got the ball first. Remember, oh, and it's intercepted. Loose inside the 30, inside the 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter.